With such strong use of technology in our growing society, it is important that we reduce the amount of screen time we have each day. Technology has not only proven to have complications overall on a child, but it negatively impacts their health physically. Studies also proven that a child who spends more time involved with technology instead of outside in an outside environment, it has decreased their mental health. Finally, when it comes to having a society that is constantly growing on technology advances, children are finding it hard to have a social relationship in person. Both children and parents need to use screen time to like its advantages, but not too much of it. Because if you use it too much, it leads to physical and mental health problems. A study in 2012 held by people in China on adolescents, quote, "The current study has hypothesized that screen time and low physical activity will be independently associated with depressive anxiety symptoms in school life dissatisfaction. When you exert in physical activity, you release chemicals called endorphins that trigger positive feelings similar to morphine. So since children are spending most of their time on screens instead of going outside and being a kid, they are not releasing these endorphins to prevent them from becoming depressed. According to a recent NEI-funded study, children's eyes absorb more light than adults from digital device screens. Red, orange, yellow colors have longer wavelengths. Blue colors, indigo, and violet have shorter wavelengths, which means they have more energy. Lights that look white sometimes have blue components in it, which can expose the human eye to rays of the blue end of the spectrum. They found that suicide rate for girls aged 13 to 18 increased by 65%.
Nora, call the front desk, please.
By 65% between 2010 and 2015, and the number of girls experiencing so-called suicide-related outcomes, such as feeling hopeless, thinking about suicide, planning for suicide, or attempting suicide, rose by 12%. The number of teen girls reporting symptoms of severe depression increased by 58%. This was according to Science Daily. Twenge, the author of iGen, said, "When I first saw the sudden increase in mental health, I wasn't sure what was causing it, but that some surveys asked about teens found that they spend their leisure time between 2010 and 2015. Teens increasingly spend more time on screens and less time doing other activities. That was the largest change in their lives during the 5-year period, and it's not a good formula for the mental health." Science Daily. The more teens are on their screen, the more likely they'll become cyberbullied as well. And at this point in time of their life, with teen hormones, it makes it the way they react and see the internet more dangerous to their mental health. Fortunately, there are simple ways to fixing this issue. By simply reducing the time spent on screen no more than an hour a day. It'll give children more time to spend on homework and time spent with family, increasing their mental health. The decrease in screen time can also improve their physical health. It helps children release endorphins because they'll be more likely to go outside and play instead of watching TV. And it keeps them away from cyberbullying. We can visualize the benefits by lowering our screen time by contrasting the lifestyle choices we have. We can take the shortcuts and Google the information, but the lights from Google will hurt our eyes. Or we can use social media, but it could cause our mental health to go to dirt because of the societal norms. Or we can lessen the time spent on screens and make our lives better, mentally and physically. Spending the time we would be spent watching TV with family and actually bonding. Going outside and playing with other children to build us social skills and release endorphins. In conclusion, with the sudden uprise in technology usage and the intense rise in children's screen time, the children's allowed time on the screen, whether it be phone, tablet, television, game console, or computer, their time should be restrained and managed. This management is to help prevent the negative impact proven by studies to their physical health. This time management will also prevent the relation of screen time usage to the decrease in mental health. Finally, in this consistently growing society of technology advances, children find it easier to meet the social requirements to make it in the world and to maintain a good relationship.